the staff treats you nice and good, takes care, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people just don't think of, I don't know, your brain is just telling you all these kind of lies. It's just, it's hard to explain if you've not gone through it, you know, but if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Has this person been to treatment before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they know what treatment's like. It's not like, I'm afraid to go, people are going to know who I am.
No, they're just afraid to give up their life. That sucks so bad.
Isn't that crazy?
I know.
I was the same way, though.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't go to treatment for that long because I'm going to lose this and that. And
I'm already losing it.
Yeah, I know. And I always had excuses. Well, college is starting again, and I got to get back for that next semester. And I always had an excuse.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So
But
you got to fight this huge internal battle that if you don't do it, if you don't change, it stays the same.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people, and this is something that I wanted to bring up tonight too, we're going to get off the topic of me being in a bad mood. It's just been everywhere I turn, somebody's either talking about it or, I don't know. So it just kind of, our friend today who's coming here a few days, next week, he was talking about the Vivitrol shot. And I was like, you know, this is like the third time today alone. In the last few days, probably 10 times it's gotten brought up to me. And I'm like, and I was thinking about talking about it on a podcast. So when he said that, I'm like, you know, that's going to be on the podcast tonight. That's going to be a topic. Vivitrol, are you familiar with it?
I was offered it when I was in treatment, but I realized that if I want to do what I'm going to do, or I'll just, you know, like I would just switch it up. Like it might stop you from drinking or whatever, you know. If I was going to go do something, I'm still going to do it. And I knew that I had to want it and that it didn't matter what I, you know, whatever. Like, I didn't take
Great
any,
explanation.
I didn't take any kind of medications or anything to try to be some kind of deterrent because I knew it came down
just turned
to
to whatever.
It.
Yeah, kind of like probation for me when I got busted for pot. Well, I didn't smoke pot, didn't do coke. I drank, you know, because that's what I could do. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, except you're getting an injection in your butt and drug companies are making more money off it. But Vivitrol, what it is, it's an opiate blocker. And it does work for alcohol too, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But it jumps into these receptors, and it doesn't allow, like, so if someone's going to use an opiate, you know, whether it be prescription drug or heroin, it will block the receptors from receiving it in your brain, so you don't get the buzz, you don't get the high. And with alcohol, you don't get the buzz. Your body will get drunk, you know, and that's why you know it's very dangerous if you do try to drink on it. On the Vivitrol shot, or if you try to use, you know, heroin, because you're going to keep, I can do more, I'm not high, and then boom, overdose. You know, and drinking, my body was drunk. I felt drunk, my body did. Not a buzz, just all the miserable parts of being drunk. You know, I had a headache. It was just horrible. I was so mad, and I really was. And I always tell people, take somebody with you, you know, if you're going to get your shot. But this time, you know, I have over a year clean, and I didn't need the shot. I didn't use the shot. Yeah. And, you know, I think it was my mom, and she will correct me if I'm wrong, who said that, you know, she thought it was like she didn't say a coward's way out, but like she definitely didn't say a coward's way out, but
like a security net.
Yeah, like a security blanket, but I don't think she liked it. I don't think she liked the fact that I, you know, I got the Vivitrol shot. And then, of course, after a couple months, man, I want to drink again. I'm just not going to get that shot. And people say, well, I get it for my cravings.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't know. I've never craved alcohol until I took the first drink. I didn't know you could crave alcohol. I mean, you can think about it. You can work yourself up into a frenzy over it. But as far as, like, your body craving it, and that never happened until my first drink. When I would take a drink, boom, crave, I want more. And then it just doesn't shut up. But, you know, like, I don't know. I guess, it has to have helped people, you know. I mean, but you do run the risk of, oh well, I can't drink or use heroin, but hey, it doesn't work on, you know, yeah, or you know, marijuana. Oh, I'll just smoke pot, and then finally you're like, that's not really what I'm looking for. I'll just not get the shot. And you know what? Since I've only been smoking pot for a month or two, I bet I can just, you know, have a joint and then a beer, and then it'll be fine. And then it'll go from a half a joint to 4 beers to just a fifth, and yeah, that's how it would go for me. That's why I don't smoke pot. You know, I don't do anything, and life is great. I don't need to escape, even though right now I kind of feel like in a bad mood and this and that, but I don't want to be in a miserable mood. I don't want to ruin my life. I don't want to be that miserable and ever again. Nothing would make me drink. Well, no.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I was going to throw out like a scenario that would never ever even happen. Yeah. So that would be impossible. But like if Jessica Alba was like, "Hey, I want you to be the father of my children, but you have to drink this fifth," I'd be like, "Oh."
Well, I'll give you $1 million too.
Can I boof it? No, but I mean, seriously, it would be not. I would not want that opportunity to present itself, and it won't. So, thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't want to be miserable. But the Vivitrol, though, I don't know. I guess, you know, I can only tell you what it was like for me. I've heard people say they got sick on it. I never got sick. I actually felt like a little revived, but because they give it to you in your like butt, hip kind of area, and it's just like this big knot because it's time release. So when they stick it in, you know, and give you the shot, it hurts like a shot, you know, whatever. But if they put it in the wrong spot or they don't hit it, I can't remember if they're supposed to put it in the muscle. I think they're supposed to put it in the muscle. Yeah. And somehow if they don't, it can hurt people, like not like hurt, like, oh, I can't move. But it's like a sore feeling. Yeah. And even if it is in the muscle, it seems like it would be sore.
It's tender, pretty much. If you get a shot, it's going to be tender.
Yeah, but for a month, you know, like, I mean, it's pretty much.
Things with, you got to massage it, or, you know, if you work a muscle, it'll, you know, work its way in instead of just staying there. That's how you relieve the.
Nah, there's no working this thing out, man. I mean, it's a knot. Like, there's, no.
Massage it.
No, can't do it. And then there's the naltrexone, which people can take too, but that's orally, and you can do the same thing with Antabuse. Yeah, you can take that orally, or you can not. Yeah. You know, if you're planning stuff out, you know, for your relapse or whatever, you know, you're not going to take it anyway. So that's, I don't know, it's another drug that, I don't know. Like, you know, and I didn't take it this time because
I mean, if somebody's using it to help them, but I think the key is you just have to change your mindset. You have to be able to fight the crazy ideas that you're feeding yourself, you know, take away your irrational beliefs you got where you're telling yourself, I need this, you know, it's going to be great, you know, it's what I want, when in reality, when you look at the whole situation in your life, you if you just analyze it a little bit, you realize it's crazy because it's brought you nothing but, you know, misery, jail, broken relationships, money, financial problems, you know, homelessness even, just everything. You'll throw everything away, give it away, whatever they say.
Yeah, and if you're on the Vivitrol shot, let's say for 6 months, and let's say you're someone who's using prescription pills or opiates, and things are going great, you know, you're on it, you're getting it every month like you're supposed to, and then the 7th month when they're like, okay, you're off, you know, you're good to go, and then your girl leaves you because she doesn't like you sober, and you're like, wait, what? Oh no. Well, there you are. There you left holding your, what is it called? Penis. Yeah, you're left holding the bag. You're left going, oh crap, now how do I face this? How do I face this horrible situation? And I loved her so much. And now she's gone. Oh, what am I going to do? I'll show her I'll use again. Mm-hmm. That's the mindset you're talking about. Yeah. So you don't have that safety net anymore. And what you thought is you were doing good. But, some people grow apart.
Tends to happen.
Yeah. And there you are to face it without anything again. What are you going to do? That's why I'm glad I didn't take it this time and things worked out. Not saying that it doesn't work for some people, but
I mean, if it can help you get to where you can start working on the other things. If you never work on yourself, it's not going to work. If you don't realize what is going on and what's wrong and how ridiculous the whole thing is, then you're just, you got to do something. You got to do the work. And my friend was like, well, I just feel like I'm going to be faking it if I go. I'm like, well, not a lot of people go into treatment really wanting to do it. They know they need to. It might be just a decision where, as I was in pretty much the same decision. I'm going to end up back in jail, or I can go to treatment and take care of this. And I'm just thinking to myself, even if I don't quit forever, I got to at least do this till I get myself out of this hole that I've dug so deep. I hate being on probation. I hate paying court fines. I hate this stuff. I'm like, but if you can just get your foot in the door, and when you're there, if you are willing to try to get better, I mean, it's possible for anybody. It's not hard. It's not complex. It just takes work.
Mm-hmm. And they were talking about that last night at a meeting I went to, and I don't know when this switched for me, and I was talking with Dylan about it today too. But somebody brought up, yeah, I understand that, this is going to be a lifelong battle, and I have to, do this all the rest of my life, and I can never drink again. And I remember having those feelings of, oh my God, like I can never drink again for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I don't even want to imagine that, I remember having those feelings, but somewhere, I don't remember when, but it flipped. It flipped from having that fear of, oh my God, I can never drink again, to, oh my God, I don't want to drink again. Mm-hmm. That makes me miserable. To think about drinking again, I don't want to be miserable.
Yeah. And I think, that's why they say around a year, whatever, if when you can see your life getting better and everything's, just feeling better, finances are better, everything's better, you're not going to want to go back to, if you can just even white knuckle it for that long.
Yeah. Because it's pretty nice though. Even though I'm just in a bad mood, it's still nice to feel that I'm in a bad mood and to think about why I'm feeling that way, or take those emotions and not just drink them away, but to sit down with you into a microphone and just talk about it. I would assume most people, probably do this at meetings, they get it off their chest. I know for a fact they do, actually. And that's another thing that meetings are good for. Whether you're, going there to work the steps, or whether you're just going there to just to vent. But it really does help. And maybe you say something in that meeting that's going to help somebody else, or maybe somebody at that meeting will come up to you after the meeting and go, hey, look, man, I was there too. Just hang in there. And maybe that's the hope and inspiration you'll need. But, just to go isolate and to think about it and to fester over something that made you mad, or, some guy trying to tough guy text you, and, like, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You can make better options than drinking or using drugs. And it might not seem that way if someone's in active addiction right now. maybe if you're listening and you're like, yeah, I'm in early recovery, and I get it, Corey. Those